Gaming is about escaping into another world. You don't control the character, you are the character.
Whether I'm hunting fearsome monsters or growing the best crops, gaming is how I like to relax.
I like gaming because I can go you know?
They help me escape into a world of pure imagination. Video games. What more could you ask for? Endless possibilities.
Go ahead.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Ka.
Kahoo.
Ahoo.
Kaboom!
Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, hello.
Hi, this is the Off Hunting Podcast. Welcome back, gamers. Today's topic is creatures and features.
Love that.
Diggs Gaming, you have some news for us first, though?
Oh, yes, I do. Got some news from PlayStation. First of all, PlayStation Studios has bought out both Housemarque and Nixxes. Housemarque was the developer of Returnal, and Nixxes has been responsible for some PC ports. Looks like that's what they're going to do. And PlayStation Japan accidentally tweeted out a congratulations to them buying Bluepoint. So we might be hearing news that they have also bought Bluepoint soon. We might not. Could happen. We're going to have to wait for that. But Housemarque and Nixxes are confirmed. And this just goes to show when PlayStation buys out a studio, they do it because they have a working relationship with them. Housemarque, this was Returnal. Returnal was an extremely successful game. That's why they bought them. Bluepoint would be the same thing. Bluepoint has been responsible for the Uncharted collection. They were responsible for the Shadow of the Colossus remake. They did the Demon Souls remake. That would make all the sense in the world. Nixxes, this is perfect for PlayStation. They've been porting a lot of their games to PC lately, and this would give them a company that will allow them to do that, and they don't have to use resources from like Insomniac or Naughty Dog. That would just give them a perfect way to do it. I like this, and it just shows PlayStation is always thinking about the studios that they are buying.
And with other news away from all the ones concerning the Sony fanboys, Xbox, for anyone that plays Xbox, no, I'm sorry. Michael Does Life, if you watch this, don't get mad at me for stealing your punchlines. On the note that like Xbox players that have Game Pass and everything can still all play the original 3 Dead Space games, but we also got news that Dead Space is getting a reworks. Thank you, God. I have been missing an Isaac Clarke, and I would love to see him in more updated graphics, that face and all that. I mean, we could take Dead Space 4 too, but we all know that's probably like a sure shot in heck that that's ever going to happen. So, yeah, Sir Meliodas and I, we miss our Isaac Clarke curb stomping.
They're gonna give Dead Space the RE2 treatment. They better.
That's what I've been saying, man. They need it.
Well, I mentioned this before. They could be doing the same thing they did with Crash and Spyro, putting remakes out, seeing that there's still life left in the series, and then putting out a new game. They could be doing something like that. The only reason
we compare it to RE2 is because RE2, it's a big map for a game that like goes and does so much. It's a very vast, well-diverse map, but also it's like there's so many, especially with Dead Space game. I don't know how familiar you are with the Dead Space games and everything, but the lightings are different no matter what room you're in, because it's primarily like a dark corridor atmosphere the entire game. There's like a trillion jump scares. There's a trillion different things that can legitimately kill you. That don't have to be just monsters. And the arc in the first game was something to behold. It was honestly, like, for a game like that, it was very ahead of its time. And then you thought it couldn't get better with that, but then we got Dead Space 2. Let me tell you, man, I had to play that game in bits. My friend like did that game on hard with 3 saves total, and ended up getting the super duper foam finger that could blow up everything in its path. He did all the hard work for me. I miss Dead Space. I think it's going to be well-deserved. It's going to be, and it couldn't come at a better time with all the nostalgia trips coming with like Halo. Keep giving me names of games. You know what I mean? It's the nostalgia's coming back. Xbox about to have a heavy artillery ammunition on their hands with this. So hopefully everyone gets happy. We get some really good works.
And the last bit of news that we have Ghost of Tsushima is getting a director's cut.
Mm.
Along with the director's cut is going to be an expansion to the island Iki. Now, it's going to be $20 for PlayStation 4. If you buy the PlayStation 5, it's going to be $30.
Oof.
So you don't have to buy the game again if you already have the game, which is really good. Just an extra 20 or 30 bucks. And if this expansion is anything like Miles Morales, I'll be happy about that. I love Ghost, and I'm so happy that we're getting this director's cut. Now, it's not just the expansion that's included. There's other features that are included with this as well, including, I believe, haptic feedback. Sorry. And, oh, God, what else? And I can't remember what else. I saw that yesterday. I should have checked it before the show, but I completely forgot.
It happens. We're all busy.
Yeah. Fun. Again, I just love the fact that they're getting this director's cut. I love Ghost. I think this should have won Game of the Year for 2020. Still hate that The Last of Us Part 2 won it, but it was one of my favorite games, and I can't wait for this to come out.
All right.
Developers, man, they're basically art students. I'm kidding. I can't even hate on developers. They give us what we love.
Yeah.
Good games.
Do they, JoJo?
Can't say.
Do they?
No, I mean, personally, I wasn't a
Hit
big
or
fan
miss,
of The Last of
but-
Us 2. I wasn't personally a big fan. It's just kind of like some.
Where's Half-Life 3 at? Since developers give us what we want.
Like literally, dude, like I'm not disagreeing with you there. I am not disagreeing with you there at
But
all.
we're getting back for blood. We're getting back for blood. So
Yes, we are.
I'm not.
We're also getting Forza Horizon 5, Halo Infinite. Thank you, God. And hopefully a really good, for once, a good and better Battlefield game, which from what I've been hearing from people that I know that play the game, like Marky Mark, is going to be like kick-ass. I'm waiting on it. I've been waiting for like the elemental diversions to be put in Battlefield, so it's going to be something. It could be something nice for all you first-person shooters out there. But speaking of interesting features, this is what brings us all here today, ladies and gentlemen. All the tips and tricks, all the gizmos and gadgets that make our fun games great.
Yes. What I wish would be an iconic feature is the inheritance system from Fate, which I played forever ago. It has so much potential. You finish a storyline and you create a new character, but your previous character gives your next character something special, and it increases the stats and abilities of that item when it happens. Like, that's so cool. It should be in more games.
The Nemesis system.
Yes.
From Shadow of Mordor should be.
I need to play that game. I have it.
It needs to be in more open world RPG games.
Yes.
Because it's like that one enemy. You know, you're fighting one enemy and they cheap shot you. And you're like, okay, they kill you. Then you spawn back and you kill them. But it needs to have that feel when you go back to kill him. Oh, he's big dog now. So when you go kill him, it's more rewarding. So the Nemesis feature needs to be in more games.
Yes. Also,
I don't know
sorry
if you would consider this
anybody can hear the fireworks that are going off in the background. We're recording this on the 4th of July.
Happy 4th.
Whoop.
Happy 4th, gamers.
Yeah,
Funny,
both
my cousin
a good idea and a bad idea at the same time.
No, my cousin was listening to the podcast earlier. It was like he's starting to like listen to the cast, and I'm like, that's awesome. I like that you're showing support. Thank you. But like an interesting feature, this is like, I don't know, this is like just for shooters and everything. I mean, this is like one from Halo that I like, but it's like instead of just doing like your normal multiplayer stuff, Forge mode is something that's really cool. I wish they would do this with more shooters, only because like you could, it's not just like stuff for like gunfights and everything. They like, you can make maps for like races and everything. You can do like full objective stuff like Sky Tower. I think Sky Tower was a mode back in like the old 360 days. Like you're getting chased by like a whole, like have like, it's like infected, but infected. But you gotta go through this whole obstacle course while getting chased by zombies. And you gotta make it to the top of this tower, but on the top of the tower it has all the good guns, like a sniper spot, everything. It had
rocket launcher, the gravity hammer.
Skyforge is what it was. Skyforge was the game mode. It was so fun. I gotta look at Halo 5 and see if they have it. If they brought
they call it Forge now.
They call it Fort.
Yeah, Forge.
No. Like Forge is Forge
Are you
is
talking about the map?
no. Skyforge was the game mode. It could be. It was usually the same kind of map layout, but
Oh.
like Forge is how you made it, and like it was great. You know what they should also add to a lot of shooters, if not like any game just to mess around? Prop hunt.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Prop hunt on Grand Theft Auto.
I think it is in Grand Theft Auto.
I know it's in Halo 5.
I know it's in COD as well. I forget.
It's on COD Mobile. It's not on like console COD.
I thought it was on
It might be. I could be wrong. I haven't played COD in forever.
what's the new COD that came out?
Cold War.
I think it's on Cold War. I haven't played it though.
I haven't played it since it came out because it was a letdown. Personally, in my opinion, it was a letdown.
Diggs Gaming, do you have any features that you like or?
Yeah, from the Ratchet and Glance series, I always love the fact, ever since the second game, the more times you use your weapon, the more upgrades you're gonna get on that weapon. I've always loved that because it's like an award for using those weapons, and it gives you a reason to use every single one. It's not just, oh, here, just pick your favorites. No, it's use these weapons. They're going to be more powerful, and you're going to have a more complete arsenal. I love that. I really do.
Right. So the meat of today's topic, not that the features aren't cool, but there's a lot of like standardized, like everybody has their favorites for the genre, and it's kind of permeated through all of them. But creatures, the enemies that you face, or the friends you make along the way, like Sparks from Spyro. He's definitely iconic. You can't take that from me. Your little dragonfly health bar buddy.
Oh
and
yeah.
Like one of my earliest like companions while playing, like especially with Halo, was the Arbiter. I hate it. Like a lot of people they could argue Guilty Spark, but I hated Guilty Spark with a flaming passion. He just seemed really cocky.
Most Halo gamers hated Guilty Spark.
When we got Arbiter on Halo 3 coming out of nowhere, put the gun to his head, like worried so easy. and that wasn't just Arbiter, but it was also Johnson. Johnson made the games for me. It was like the father I never had, but I always kind of wanted. That was like my God. It's like he never gets me a tank. I know what the ladies like. Like my freaking guy. Johnson, Cortana, and Arbiter. They were like some of my favorite people, especially Arbiter because he was an elite. He was a dishonored elite that they brought back as this suicide maniac. It's basically the guy that completes all the suicide missions. I miss him. I miss Arbiter. I'm glad they did bring him back in Halo 5, but it was like I'm happy they did. He's such a goat now. He's goated forever, in my eyes. Let's bring him back out of retirement for Halo Infinite.
Hey.
Probably one of the most iconic like creatures that you're always going to face is the Goombas from the Super Mario series. Those are definitely iconic because they've just been around for so long.
Well, not facing off, but
No, I mean, I beg to differ. I feel like Koopas were those kind of guys right there, man. Koopas
I don't know.
and piranha plants.
I think Goombas, because they're like the very first enemy you face in any Mario game. Is the little Goombas just tottering around.
Yeah, no matter the Mario game, they're always around, and I mean they've lasted the test of time. But I do see JoJo's point. I really do.
Here's another one, guys. The fairy from the Zelda games.
Navi. You either hate her or you love her, but. My friend and I actually cosplayed as Link as a Navi at Otakon. I think it was either 2012 or 2014.
Oh, really?
It was really fun. Yeah. It was nice.
I miss Otakon.
I need to go back.
Noise.
Iconic
creature is from Gears of War, and it's the first creature that you fight.
Mm-hmm.
They need to bring them back. It's called the Wretches. I don't care. The Juvies are okay in Gears 4 and 5, but the Wretches...
the Wretches.
Those little bastards, I swear. That's literally the first enemy you fight in Gears is that little bugger.
I
hated going against the Wretches.
Another one. It'd be like a whole pack of them. Like
you guys might hate me for this. Like Pikachu, definitely the most iconic. character from the Pokemon series. Like everybody knows Pikachu.
But
Can
Rattata.
get behind Pikachu.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Pokemon is Trubbish.
Mine was Trico.
Okay.
Trico was my hate. I always copied Trico like going out and stuff. Like I had like the dude, the Squirtle Squad was iconic, man.
World Squad is definitely iconic.
Squirtle with the
Squad is
sunglasses
forever.
on. Mm-hmm.
But I always get so much hate for liking Trubbish.
The only Pokemon that came closer to Squirtle Squad, in my opinion, with the swagger was Trico. He always had the branch.
Oh, the little
hanging out the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
My guy Trico. Okay, we all know what that symbolizes.
But we're not going to say it.
Kids.
Yeah, da 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 da.
It's a
Trico was
show for kids. This is also a show for kids.
It was an anime.
Well, maybe not children, but like young adults. Let's not get banned off the platform, please.
Dragon Ball.
Bro.
The Cybermen from the Dragon Ball Z games.
Cyberman.
Okay.
Cell Junior too. Cell Juniors weren't really iconic, honestly.
Yeah, they were.
They were, but they weren't. They weren't as
No, the Cybermen were more menacing.
The Ginyu Force was more iconic.
You know we can't talk about creatures without talking about Monster Hunter, right?
I was waiting for you to say something on Monster Hunter. Go for it.
You can't talk about creatures without talking about Digimon, digital monsters.
Ooh,
Digimon. Art of canon.
Ooh.
Yeah. Rathalos, though, like any of the flagship monsters, Gormagala is probably one of my favorites. Mizutsune is also. You gotta love the bubble dragon, okay?
Are the ones that your names sound like final bosses? Were they like final bosses?
Final. Oh yeah.
They sound like final bosses the way you're naming them. Like the names sound like iconic. Like they're like the big bads.
Monster Hunter is the game of final bosses, more or less.
No, they
Like,
say they sound like
one.
the true final boss you gotta go fight. The name is just like
yeah.
the name is just good. I like the names of them.
Dude,
Yeah, I mean, like definitely.
One of my favorite final bosses, or at least like the one that gave me the hardest time, and this was like more recent for me, was the Prophet boss fight in like the middle of Halo 2 on Legendary. That was a huge pain in the neck because he had a whole vanguard with him. He had like elite zealots, he had grunts, he had jackals with beam rifles. And you basically just had to risk it for the biscuit every time. Me and my friend had to strategize after dying so many times. But aside from that, one of the best script flips of all time, Halo 3, when you have the Flood helping you to kill the last prophet, and the next thing you know, it's his show now, and now we're public enemy number one, and we had to fight our way back with them coming at us from every single vicinal direction. So what we gotta do? We gotta blow up the ring. One of the greatest endings to any shooter. Riding off the self-destructing, falling apart Halo ring on warthogs or mongooses.
No, try fighting General Rom on insane difficulty.
Oh, dude, I remember that.
That freaking torque bow. That what do you have? He had a
He had a drop shot, I think.
he had the boom. I
He
forget
had a
what it's
boom
called.
shot. Yeah, I know he did have a boom shot. You're right.
Yeah, he had the boom shot, and he was just like one-shotting you, bro. And it's insane. So you instantly, like, the second you go down, you're instantly dead. So it's like trying to fight him. Then he had the krill protecting him.
Yes.
Dude.
I miss Rom. They gotta bring back Rom.
They killed him off so fast. So like, why?
And then they tried to replace him with that Reaper-looking guy.
Scourge, he was cool.
Scourge was cool, but you can't replace Rom.
No, Rom is Rom.
Anyway, reeling it back in.
Sorry, go ahead.
Big gaming. Any other creatures?
How about the Heartless from Kingdom Hearts? I think
Oh,
you have to
dude.
put them as
I wanna go
iconic.
there. Let's talk about the Nobodies from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yes. Oof, yes.
I mean,
Still
love
have not
those.
played that game.
I'm not gonna
Me
lie,
too.
the Heartless are always a problem no matter what map you're on. And
Mhm.
I get it. Like when you're going for that final boss on Kingdom Hearts 1, like they become more of a menace unless you like grind your way on the tournaments. But with Kingdom Hearts 2, you didn't have that luxury.
Right.
You either did it or you don't. You basically have to fight every single fight you get into just to like kind of get your level up and everything. That final boss is one of the most hardest bosses in Kingdom Hearts history, in my
Yes.
opinion, just because of the button mashing you have to do.
Mhm.
But the
I
nobodies,
feel you.
my first fight with the nobodies, it
Your
was like
pain. I remember that.
it was so tricky. The nobodies, you had to really kind of strategize a bit more. You couldn't just kind of run and gun it and gun ho it
Yeah.
like the Heartless. You had to you really had to use those interactions because they'll save your life.
Mhm.
They're relentless. The dragon cutscene was cool though. I will give it that.
Definitely.
And anybody just hear that? That was a loud one that just went off in my
I didn't
neighborhood.
hear it now.
I couldn't
Oh
hear it.
man, it was pretty
Iconic
loud.
creature, Grunt from the Halo universe.
Yeah, I would probably
Yes.
put those on there too.
Dude,
Grunt
they're so
birthday.
funny. The grunts are so funny.
Dude, the Grunt birthday. You got to do every time. I don't know if you did this, but I always activated the Grunt birthday skull.
Yeah, I did. It's popping heads.
Confetti.
Maybe less along the lines of creatures you fight against and creatures you fight with is the Mabari Warhounds from the Dragon Age series.
Yes.
I love in Origins that you can get one and like you can keep them on your team. I was really sad to find out that it's not like a consistent one. Like if you make a Ferelden person in Inquisition, you don't get to have a Warhound like join your team. You only get to like play with them around the castle and stuff. Sad times. Let me pet the dog.
Hellhounds from Black Ops Zombies.
Catch me there, so.
That's me there.
And the zombie. How about the zombie dogs from Resident Evil?
Mm,
Oh, dude, I hate those. I hate those.
Everybody did.
yeah.
The
Everybody-
Cerberus, that's their name. They call him Cerberus.
That's it. That's it.
All the liquors from Resident Evil, them sneaky bastards.
Oh my god, the liquors.
The liquor.
Those things are just so creepy when you first see them. And again, I just seen playthroughs of Resident Evil 2, but it's like that is just one of the scariest things. And sometimes I don't know how gamers could play the game after that. It's like that's nightmare fuel turned to the absolute limit.
Definitely.
Especially when you don't have the shotgun yet. When you don't have that shotgun, it's an issue. How about Mr. X gonna give it to you? You can't kill him. It's hard. You cannot kill him. He won't. He'll just keep on chasing you, and that DMX will just keep on. No, that's only if you use the mod. But dun dun.
How about Pyramid Head from the Silent Hill 2?
Oh, dude, I
Was
played
it
Dead by
creature?
Daylight. Don't give me
No.
PTSD.
Or would he be a character?
No, he was a creature. You had to fight him.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I would say that's a creature. I would
Okay.
say that's a creature.
he was a menace too. Let me tell you, he's a menace on Dead by Daylight, man. They recreated him for Dead by Daylight, and he's an absolute menace to go up against. He's one of the ones that ticks me off one of the most. Just going up against a Pyramid Head,
Mm.
it's ridiculous. The amount they did the same thing with Nemesis, but they also gave him zombies to help him out because of the T virus and everything. God, I love Nemesis. I've been watching the movies lately. I'm not saying that the movies are good at all. 'Cause they're not.
It's they stopped being good after Apocalypse. Like I can stomach the first one in Apocalypse, but after that,
No, honestly, I can. Extinction wasn't. Extinction. It's hit or miss, but
yeah.
Retribution.
After Extinction, it went downhill. It was like,
Honestly, I thought Retribution was good though. Personally, I personally like Retribution. You know, a game that they should make a movie. They should make a game off of this movie, Underworld. Underworld would be cool. That would be sick. I would play the heck out of that. Make it like a full on like.
Speaking of iconic creatures, vampires.
True.
They're
Yeah.
different. They're different in every game.
Definitely.
Bayonetta.
As long as
man.
they don't sparkle, I'm good with it.
Bayonetta.
Like I love vampires, but
It's like the Lost Boys, or you want to watch Twilight. If you don't pick the Lost Boys, I have to slap you. I'm sorry. You say Twilight.
I
over
cannot
Lost Boys?
stand Twilight
Oh,
at
Twilight.
all. I can't stand it at all.
like
There's
I'm
only
chill
one
with
way
it.
you'll-
It's had like a really good Renaissance period, but like
There's only one way you can get him to watch Twilight, and it's a spoof movie that he made out about that.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
It's like, you know who we are, right? Yeah, you're the Black Eyed Peas.
That's like making a zombie movie and making them vegetarians.
It's like
It's
making
like-
Yeah.
Like, what's the
Yeah.
movie that just came out?
I mean, it was like a good idea to have like vampires that only drank animal blood, but why did you need to make them sparkle?
Right, it's not a vampire though.
No, like what was the
Yeah.
zombie movie that just came out with Batista?
Army of the
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah, it don't. It's basically like that, but with vampires in it.
Yeah, that was.
Uh, yeah, I don't. We're not gonna get into it.
No, let's not. Let's
Oh, speaking of vampires, would you guys
Lady
play a
Dominatrix.
game starring Blade?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they made 2 Blade games, right?
have they?
Yeah,
They
they were on the
did?
OG Xbox. Yeah,
Were
Yeah, I
they
remember.
good?
Actually,
Because
I
I
do
haven't
remember.
heard of them.
I haven't played them, but my dad played them.
Yeah, I never heard of them either,
Trying to
so that's a new one for me.
Yeah, they made 2 Blade
Trying to
games.
skate uphill.
I can't remember if it was on PS4 or Xbox. I think it was on the Xbox.
There was a Riddick game too, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah, they made a Blade too for Xbox.
Oh,
Yeah.
they made a game based on Aragon the movie, which movie was bad. Game
Game-
was, yeah. The best part about the game, though, I don't care. But that's
Oh,
yeah.
they did.
You
But
can
it's based
play
off the
as
movie, though.
I know where
just-
you can
I
get.
would-
A
No,
copy
but they
of it,
made
too.
2 though. They made 2. I'm trying to figure out the first Blade game.
They I know a place where you can get them because they sell like retro games and everything. It's over
Mm.
at the flea market up over at the flea market. They have this one shop up there. It's cool. Another game they should bring back, and this was iconic because it tied into the cartoon at the time. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Battle Nexus games.
Oh, definitely.
So like you had your Krangs, you had your like Krang species, you had your Biomutants, your Foot Ninjas. Foot Ninjas are iconic too, just because they're in like every Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game.
Yeah.
The only thing they didn't have in the Battle Nexus games was Bebop and Rocksteady. There it is.
They're
Great.
Gorgeous. Hello, Wesley.
Yeah, they made one for. It was one on the PlayStation. They were both on PlayStation and Xbox.
Pay your taxes, Wesley. Some of the money went toward Wesley Snipes' taxes. Another, honestly, in all seriousness though, another iconic creature, the necromorphs from Dead Space game.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Dude, I mean, especially the one that and Meliodas knows what I'm talking about when I say this. Especially the one that just kept coming back.
The Regenerator.
Yeah, the Regenerator.
What about Alien from that? I forget
Alien
what the game's
Isolation?
called.
Alien Isolation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk
That
about
was a real-
Marines.
That was a really good game, and that came a year after Colonial Marines. So the fact that it was that
don't-
good
we don't
after
talk
that
about
disaster
Colonial
of a
Marines.
game, huh?
We don't talk about Colonial Marines. We talk about Alien versus Predator.
Did you see the Alien Fire Team that they're coming out with though?
Yeah, and I'm
No, I
pre-ordering.
haven't.
Isn't it coming out soon?
August 25th.
Okay, one more that I have. How about the clickers from Last of Us?
I still haven't played that game, and I need to.
Those
Clickers,
things-
yeah. Honestly, the clickers were iconic. So were the Juice Boys.
I mean, those clickers.
The
I mean,
boom
they are
boys.
just scary.
They
They're
gave
scary.
me the most problem when I played Last of Us. They gave me the biggest problem. They were my biggest problem playing Last of Us because they were so annoying. They in close proximity, just like you had so many things I could say. If only Last of Us 2 didn't beat out Ghost of Tsushima. Gaming awards. You never disappoint to piss us off. Another iconic character.
Creature.
Iconic creatures, the elites. Not even just the elites, but the hunters from the Halo franchise.
Hmm.
And the Flood. The Flood is something like no other like being in sci-fi shooters.
I mean, another one from Dragon Age is the Darkspawn.
The Dark Spawns, yeah, I know. That.
Especially the dragons, like the archdemons. Jeez.
Dragons from Skyrim.
Dragons.
True.
Yeah,
Skyrim.
just dragons in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Skyrim, they
Dragons.
they up the ante on Skyrim, man. That first dragon you see, like you could mod that dragon to become anything. A My Little Pony, Thomas the Tank Engine. Lord help you if it
One
happens.
was what was his name? Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah,
Oh,
Macho-
yeah.
It's like Lance. Ooh, yeah. I gotta think of another one. because there's so many iconic characters from like all these games that we play. Another.
Definitely.
How about the crawlers from not from Nazi zombies? Those are iconic as.
Haven't heard that.
From what?
So the crawlers, the gas crawlers.
From what
them
game?
little creepy things.
Yeah, they crawl. They full on crawl at you, and when you kill them, like it all depends like what happened. If you're far away, I don't think they'll blow. Some of them blow up, some of them don't. But they have two different ones. Some of that are infected by the Nova gas, the others that are not. But they're basically Nova bombs, Nova gas bombs. When you kill them, like they were a huge issue. You had to really like plan out where you kill them on Kino.
And they were fast.
Oh yeah, they were extremely fast. And annoying, just like clickers on Last of Us.
Man, when I first saw those clickers on The Last of Us, I was just like, no, I'm getting away from you. No.
You heard it, and then it creeps up behind you.
Yeah. That sound was just unsettling.
Definitely. What about the monster house from Final Fantasy VII?
Organization 13.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Axel's the best one. You can fight me on that.
Axel was dad. It's Lee
Demix
now.
was also good.
It's Lee now.
It's Lee now. Yeah, true.
Thanks, Raindrop. This.
I think that pretty much covers it, doesn't it?
I think
it pretty much
Just
covers
I
it
mean,
all.
we could go on forever.
Yeah.
Going back on the features real quick, another cool feature that I wish they would do with more superhero games. I know Spider-Man had it. Like you could like do like selfies and everything while you swung and everything and edit the picture.
Oh yeah, like selfies when you're flying and stuff.
Yeah, like they did that a little bit with Kingdom Hearts. With the phone introduction of the phone and everything, trying to modernize Sora. Like he needs any modernization. He's already too cool for school.
Yeah. Out here in
Another
3020.
I would like to see like features like in like a Kingdom Hearts game, like just like to edit your clothes a little bit.
Yeah.
The swagger, because I mean the outfit looks cool, but I mean look at Dead Space. You can upgrade your armor and change how you look throughout the progress of the game. You just gotta have enough monies to buy it.
Dude, the monies was scarce. You had to say, don't want to upgrade my outfit, don't want to upgrade my gun, but I want to look fresh while I'm killing undead.
I always upgraded the armor before the gun because the gun, you could have like a non-upgraded gun and still beat the game, especially with Dead Space. You really had to like control, like to conserve your resources and everything, especially with ammo. You run out of ammo, you basically got to pistol whip your way through all these enemies, and if it's the regen, yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Use your kinesis packs. Keep your kinesis packs.
One feature that I was thinking of that I don't know if you would even consider a feature from Resident Evil 4 that revolutionized third-person shooters, the over-the-shoulder camera angle. I don't know if you would call that a feature, but that's something that
I would consider that a feature.
It is.
Yeah.
That's what Gears of War adopted.
that pretty much changed third-person shooters. They pretty much perfected how to do that.
Yeah.
And it was amazing at the time, and it's still thought of as one of the best things of that game. And that game is considered one of the best games of all time.
Can we all just agree that the assassination features and shooters all came from Halo? Like, I mean, and I always say that because Warzone, TikTok, like abuses like assassination videos. Like I found a couple funny ones, but it all started with Halo Reach, and then with Halo 5, you could like kind of customize which assassination you wanted to do. Like I just bought a whole bunch of packs yesterday, had myself a $25 gift card. I just said yes, sir, and got myself some armor and stuff. Ended up getting a lot of cool helmets, including the Halo Combat Evolved helmet. I could rock that if I want to. I don't. I use military police because it got the double flashlights on it, and I look swaggy. But like customization options, like the mass diverse customization options for games, it's definitely one.
Yeah,
it is going to add a lot more with like the Halo franchise. Reach kind of started. I mean, Halo 3 and everything was cool, but when like Reach came out, it kind of reset the bar. And it had like it had like the perfect currency system for it. Because you could like have the money for everything, but you also had to have the rank to match it, which I thought was cool. It kind of added like a Payday, like Payday kind of started that, or not Payday, Battlefield Hardline started that out. and then it kind of like worked its way. Actually, I lied. Black Ops 1 did that. I lied. Black Ops 1 did.
How dare you lie?
I'm sorry. Lying is bad. Don't lie. Don't lie, kids, especially to your parents. That
You made a serious mistake. Mr. Wade.
And that might be a good note to end on.
Definitely. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Off Hunting. I am your host, KB.
I am Diggs Gaming.
Oh, my turn. I'm JoJo.
It's your boy, Sir Meliodas.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Out.
Deuces.